Hello, you're listening to Reviewing History, your comedy history podcast. I'm filmmaker and teacher Brian Rupert, joined here by...
As always, Stephen Bagbacker.
And
Gio.
Get him is
making
bringing
us
water for us.
What's Get him doing? What's he doing?
Keep going.
Oh,
Let's get him.
you're a nice guy.
Nice guy.
We're done professionally.
Thank you, Adam. Always a good start.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great intro.
Yeah.
That's the quickest.
Referencing a soundbite from 15 years ago.
It doesn't feel that long to me, though.
I know. It's still real to me. Damn it.
Yeah.
And there's another one for you.
Where's the beef, guys? Energizer batteries, they keep going and going.
Just bleed. What's new?
Pussycat.
Oh, my God. We can't even have a conversation. It's not possible.
That's it. It's just, do you want this?
No.
All right.
We're just referencing old things now.
Hard, yeah.
On our history show, I guess we can get away with that, right?
It's kind of the premise, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, why not?
With
Hey,
me,
What's up? We're doing another
nothing.
pick episode.
It's a pick episode.
What number are we up to?
This is pick 12.
It's April.
Yeah.
Out like a lamb. May showers. Wait, no.
April showers.
There we go.
It's great.
It's probably raining right now for all I know.
Oh, yeah.
End of
It's
April.
pouring outside.
Yeah.
Baby is imminent.
Yeah.
The
You excited?
little Rupert. Very scary.
Are you more
terrifying.
scared or excited?
It's a little of both. I feel like a big change is coming
Sure.
that I'm not ready
Big
for.
step, as
Yeah.
Cassidy
Yeah,
Yates
yeah.
once said. Oh, no, she didn't say that. Cisco said that.
How did Cisco say it, though?
It's a big step.
You got to say it like Avery.
Yeah.
Jake is his only kid, right?
I think she was pregnant at the end of the show.
Oh,
Oh, you know what? I'm ruining this for my wife because she's watching it with me right now. So I hope she doesn't hear this and ruin
well,
everything.
you better finish by the time this comes
Yeah, by
out.
the time this comes out.
You got like
derail it.
3 weeks.
We could derail this. Where do you go when we die?
Nobody understands.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
You gotta explain that.
Well, see, it's going to be seen on the screen.
yeah, but they still don't understand it. We have audio listeners.
It's the interview with the captains. What's the exact title?
It's called The Captains. There's a
Captains,
documentary
yes.
that William Shatner made where he interviewed every Starfleet captain that was ever around up to that point. And when he interviews Avery Brooks, it's the craziest goddamn thing you've ever seen.
so nuts.
Because Avery is sitting at a piano and rambling like a maniac about God and the afterlife and just playing the piano aggressively at William Shatner.
like Shatner asked him a
Yeah.
question. He's like, well, I don't know. What do you think about that, Bill?
He'll smile like crazily smiles. Like, where do we go when we die?
yeah. And Shatner just goes,
I don't know.
I don't know.
And he's just, and it's so awkward. It's so awkward and great.
Yeah. So if you have the time, go watch The Captains. It's a hoot.
They probably saw it. If you're watching, you saw it.
You just assume that if they listen to us, they gotta be Trekkies.
Yeah, it's referenced enough.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
what else is going on? What about you, Steve? You got anything nice?
I'm growing mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about this.
I decided to grow lion's mane mushrooms. And I'm going to cook it for
You're
us.
fucking weird.
Are you trying to be like a Joe Rogan?
No, lion's mane is just like,
Hey, man, let's go to the
thing.
comedy mothership, bro.
it's not psychedelics. It's just a mushroom. But I've been growing things. I grow like herbs.
Steve does
I make
science
mead.
experiments
I
in
do-
his fucking bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, I do
He's
science
like,
experiments.
he's an enthusiastic fourth grader.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I have like, you know what I do? You ever see like the ones where you put dirt in the soda bottle with like a little, no, seed?
Yeah, I know.
Grow it out of it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's my whole house.
He's waiting for his wife to give him permission to do the volcano.
Lava's going to ooze out
Yeah.
everywhere. But if you get it on the patio, Alice will kill you. That's a reference.
That's Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
The show.
But yeah, I like doing that. That's my new thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna have long hair again, and I'll be a fucking crazy person. But for now,
When are you moving to the desert?
a few years.
He's a woods guy.
Yeah.
You don't think you could do desert?
No. I like the heat. Like I don't like desert heat though. Like I want to be like a tropical, you know,
Yeah.
or the woods. One or the other. It's polar extremes. But
We just
Few
booked your
years.
bachelor party in the woods.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Bachelor
South
party in
Carolina,
the
right?
woods. Listeners, you're all invited if you could find out where it is.
I just
Oh,
said
It's in
That's
South
great.
Carolina.
it's in South Carolina.
If you find us,
That would
you're
be
in.
so
Yeah.
fucking funny. That would be so funny if like 100 people showed up and it just becomes like a camp
That's
thing.
literally, you just named the number of people that actually listen to the show. 100. That's what we got.
We have 100 subscribers on YouTube. We have like, I think 100.
Don't tell them
from
the
Apple.
numbers. It's our business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we could have a couple of hundred show up.
It's a possibility.
Maybe it's our business. They could see it. It's public information.
Yeah, well,
They know.
some things are public information, and sometimes mega stars sue people over public information, apparently. Make them take their videos down.
It's not us. Not us, though.
No, it has nothing to do with us at all.
What's new with you, Ant?
What's new with me? I don't know. Just living this fucking miserable thing we call life.
I feel the same way.
Wow, you guys are real happy today. Holy shit.
Well, Steve saw me in the morning.
Oh, you were in bad shape, yeah?
What happened?
I was just in a bad mood.
I was like, oh, rough morning. I want to die. Oh, boy.
Why? Why'd you want to die today?
What's it different from any other
I get
day?
like that sometimes where I have to vocalize it. It's not having a good morning. I don't want to get into it.
It's okay. Sometimes venting makes you feel better, you know?
Yeah.
You're allowed to. You're allowed to vent. But we're here to actually bring history.
History.
Well, before history,
Oh, no.
Herstory.
it's time to bring some advice.
Advice?
We got another email?
We got two.
Wait, they want
shit.
advice from us, or is it like emails? Like they want to just talk?
What do you,
Well, one person asked us for advice before, right?
let's see.
Is this for advice?
This-
Brian read it already.
Because, yeah. That's what I'm
This
saying.
email says life advice. So
life
I read, at this point, these are like 2 or 3 weeks old.
Okay.
So I forgot what's in them.
Okay.
All right. Life advice. Hello, Brian, Steve, and Aunt G.
And G, yo.
That's us.
This is from Chris Davidson.
The son of David.
Yes. I am a fan of reviewing history and have been listening for about 6 months.
Thank you, sir. We
Nice.
appreciate
Nice.
that. You're
I
a
fu-
wonderful human being.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah.
I finally caught up on all the episodes I had missed prior to when I began listening, and I think it is probably my favorite podcast today.
No kidding.
Number 1,
We really like you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
y'all are hilarious. I'm inclined to agree. Not this episode, but sometimes.
Not yet. Not yet. We got time.
We're warming up, guys.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Hey,
Y'all are hilarious, and I greatly enjoy experiencing movies alongside you through the medium of podcasting.
I love this guy.
I look forward to Wednesday mornings the most.
Me too.
Respectable, yeah.
In my hunger for adjacent content, I recently listened to Brian on the Two Men No Hope podcast, and I wanted to weigh in on a pressing issue that he brought up during his interview.
Ah.
So I brought up a deeply troubling topic while I was on the show,
Thank you for letting us know because I didn't listen to it.
related to aging.
Oh.
I revealed that as I was driving in the car with my wife, she discovered that I have ear hair now, and I was growing hairs from my ears.
I think no
Okay.
matter what you have, ear hair it just gets longer.
Well, it was getting longer to the
Oh,
point
yeah.
where it was,
Sticking out? Yeah.
it was sticking out. And I was looking like a real old man.
I got the nose hair thing that goes on.
that's
I've
all-
never really
that's everyone.
dealt with the ear hair.
Here's the problem with ear hair. So your nose hair,
Nose hair is actually like hard. You ever notice that?
I haven't really had it.
So sometimes you get, I think the hair that grows in your nose, in your nostrils,
like
it
beard.
has like a purpose, like to filter things,
Yeah.
and it's hard.
It's like your beard, right?
No, your beard is like normal. Like it's not as silky and smooth as my. but I have hard nose hairs, and when you rip them out, it's extremely painful.
I've done it.
Yeah,
It hurts. They're more like whiskers, like on a cat.
yeah,
Sure, yeah.
yeah. That's a good. Yeah,
So I
Steve, my
discovered
sentence.
this because my wife is able to look in my ears while I'm driving.
is that what she does? She stares
looks
at
in
you
your
while you
ear?
drive.
Well, I think it was so noticeable that when she turned her head, it was just out.
and
She
went,
yelled
"My
like,
God!"
"Ah!"
Yeah.
Did she react?
She was like, "Oh my God, you look like the creature in fucking Princess Bride, Billy Crystal,
Oh,
Miracle Max."
Do we look like men who watch The Princess Bride?
I know you have seen it.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorites.
It's a good movie.
Like I always consider that to be like a Mel Brooks movie that sucks, but it's not a Mel Brooks movie.
it's not a Mel Brooks movie.
and it does suck.
It doesn't suck.
I
You really think
can't-
it sucks?
Nah, I don't know. It's
I
just,
don't
it's
think
just not. It's one of those movies that is like a classic that I never latched on to. You know,
It's not a movie I love, but I think it's a good movie. Like,
think-
I enjoy it.
it's a boomer movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch
That's
it.
a Gen X movie, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
have to watch
Like they love Labyrinth. I think Labyrinth's like okay.
Yeah.
Isn't David Bowie in that?
That's David
Yeah.
Bowie with his giant cock.
Yeah, he has like his
yeah,
cock
yeah.
out the whole
Yeah.
movie, right?
Yeah.
That's why Ant would watch it.
Yeah,
He would
yeah.
hit pause on the Bowie scenes.
Yeah.
But so Chris
Yeah.
is emailing to talk about my ear hair. On the topic of overgrown ear hair, I would like to give some advice. While I don't have this issue myself, I do struggle with excess nose hair that started to creep out in my early 30s. I even purchased a nose hair trimmer, but would routinely forget to use it. What I realized was that I noticed my nostril plumage while I was driving as I looked in the rearview mirror. So I moved the nose hair trimmer to the car. This was a game changer.
Oh, no.
Whenever I'm commuting or running errands, I notice a wild hair up there, and he has the trimmer ready to
there.
go. Right there.
This is a great move.
Yeah. His dentist even recommended doing the same with those plastic flosser things they want you to use.
That's a great idea.
He said,
Good
if you
moves all
don't
around.
mind a little blood on the upholstery, it's a great idea.
Good move.
I
Also
I think it's
dangerous.
always best to do dental work while on the road.
And
Absolutely.
shaving.
Yes. Yes. Agreed.
I use a straight razor for my nose hair, so it wouldn't work for me.
I wish you'd use it on your throat.
Here at Reviewing History, we love each other. You know, he's told us to kill ourselves constantly.
He loves like that. That's classic Opie and
classic,
Anthony
yeah.
meanness.
Yeah.
I appreciate when it pops up.
Oh, I love it. It's so mean, though.
What was I going to say? Oh, I have
Did you ever have a freshen up kit in your car?
not in my car. No.
When I was younger,
That's
yeah.
bathroom stuff.
When I was younger.
Oh, I had that when I was younger.
Yeah.
We called it the EMK when I was in high school.
In your car.
In your car, yeah.
That's an EMK.
The emergency Mac kit.
Oh.
And
Ow.
and it had like cologne, Axe,
yeah.
whatever you needed to freshen up.
Did you have
know.
a condom? Was there a condom in there?
Probably.
I had realistic expectations.
I did keep a condom in my car.
To-go toothbrush,
Yeah.
Yes.
you know?
When I was a younger lad.
You're like the guy in that that boomer joke that always would circulate. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
All right, so this is a classic AOL boomer joke, and when I tell you the punchline, you're gonna be like, "I've heard this." So this guy is getting married, and he's at his family's house, and his fiance's hot younger sister comes onto him naked, and she's like, "Come fuck me." And he runs out to the car, sprints to the car, and when he gets there, the whole family comes out to congratulate him
Because he made the right move.
because he made the right move. And the moral of the story is always keep a condom in your car.
Right,
You guys have heard this boomer
Oh,
story,
yeah.
right?
It was
I
a
actually think it was a
commercial.
commercial.
I think it was a commercial, and then the boomers, like in early AOL text, started sending it around. But yeah, it was a commercial too.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But what I was going to say is I have fucking coffee stained teeth. That's my cross to bear. So I have this charcoal stuff that I always forget to use. It's like it's the weirdest shit ever. I saw it like in Walgreens, and it's like this charcoal powder. It's black, and you scrub it on your teeth.
Does it work?
I think it does, but I don't use it enough for it to actually
Charcoal
do its
whitens your
job.
teeth. Yeah.
But when you spit it out, it's like something out of Alien. Like you got this black, disgusting goo coming out of your mouth.
It would be great if he thinks he's buying like the charcoal like cleaner, and he's just buying charcoal powder, and he's just
Yeah, like from the grill.
for grill. Yeah,
I wish I knew a charcoal company.
He walks.
char grill.
Yeah, it's made by Char Grill.
He walks around like a barbecue. He's like,
But my
is
teeth,
that a Weber?
my teeth smell like a great mesquite.
Mesquite flavor. It's so smoky.
Yeah.
That's good.
I should just walk. I should put the charcoal in my car. Maybe it'll work.
Why not? So I bought years ago a teeth whitening kit.
Did you?
Like one of the UV ones that you have to bite down on.
Oh.
And I was doing it for a while, but the problem with it is they're like abstain from any like dark liquids like coffee, soda, etc.
That's all you
for
drink.
X amount of days.
Soda.
And it's like
Then you'll die.
Yeah,
it's like what's the point of this then? So it didn't take with me, but I still have it.
give you diet or give you death is what you say.
But I should have kept it in the car. I could have drove to work with the friggin' thing in my mouth.
It's too bad Steve is just such a handsome man. He has no way to relate to this conversation at all.
He shrugs. He's like, you're goddamn right.
Damn right. God damn, look at me.
So this is what he signs off his email. Thanks again, fellas. Keep up the great work.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Chris.
Chris.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Chris. Oh, he also
Good
says,
advice. Good
Aaron Burr forever. This is a man after my own heart. This is a man who knows what's up.
Aaron Burr forever.
All right.
That's fucking good. And we got a second one?
All right. Yeah. Second email.
All right, what's the second one?
This is a little history based. Okay. I have crossed over from the Two Men pod. Just to let you know, Brian, you was a brilliant guest speaker on the show. I really enjoyed your
You said
advice.
you was?
Yeah.
That's very English. You was a brilliant guest.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I would love to see all you guys from Reviewing History on their show and vice versa.
Sure.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
I have a question for you three guys over at Reviewing History. You may have covered this previously, so I apologize if so.
Oh, it's quite all right.
If you could take three historical figures, alive or dead, to dinner with no holds barred, no budget, controversial or not, who would you pick? What dinner would you provide?
This is a great question.
Fuck.
All right, ready?
You thought about this already?
I got my answer.
He had some time.
Moses,
Moses.
Jesus, Abraham, ham and cheese sandwiches. No.
That's funny.
Do you host it in prison?
Well, he said, who do you pick and what do you provide?
What do you serve? That's
Yeah.
tough.
So I thought that'd be funny.
All right. Off the top of my head, without thinking
Yeah.
too hard about it, I think I'm going to steal Jesus from you.
I
Because
feel
if
like
I can meet God, I'm going to meet God.
all right, you know what? Let's take Jesus off the table.
All right.
Because it's such a no-brainer,
Are
right?
you sitting down with the dinner or are you just watching it happen?
No, I think you're eating with
like,
them.
Like you're having a meal
With three
and
people.
with discussions.
Okay.
and you pick where you're going to be.
Okay.
Let's take Jesus off the table because it's such a no-brainer.
Right. I think I'm going to go Ben Franklin.
Okay.
Good pick.
He's going to be nude. He's going to have his dick out and shit.
Do they speak English?
I assume there's some
Universal
sort of magical
translator.
device.
We got Universal Translator.
Universal
Yeah.
translator,
Yeah, okay. I guess I got to go Julius Caesar.
Okay.
Wow, that's a good one.
This is a good table.
And who's number 3? I wanted to be somebody weird.
Stalin.
Stalin could be interesting. So could Hitler.
But those are so obvious picks.
Yeah, that seems
Yeah,
like a
it's
lot of
easy.
people would pick
Yeah.
one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one. I got two.
I wanted to be like somebody insanely old. Let's go with like Shi Hung Di, the first emperor of China.
Okay. you got a lot of emperors at the table.
Yeah, well, what am I going to waste my time with the common folk for?
Okay.
What was
Jesus
it?
is gonna sit there. What the fuck?
What was it like looking at the Great Wall for the first time?
And what are you guys eating?
That's a good wall.
What?
What are you guys eating?
What are we eating?
Caesar salads. This
No.
is named after you. This is your namesake in 2,000 years.
I think we're going to have
No forks, knives only.
something that would be alien to all of them. Like we're going to have like souvlaki.
Do you even like souvlaki?
No, I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. No, we're going to eat like bushmeat from the Kalahari.
Okay.
Just something everyone would hate.
It's not a pleasurable experience at all.
Right.
My friend was supposed to meet the Bushman once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but she got a negative drug test. She was tested for the seed of the poppy.
And menopause, if I'm not mistaken.
3 people, huh?
3 historical figures,
Three
Steve.
historical figures. I want Alexander the Great
Okay.
because that's just somebody I want to meet.
Sure. And have sex with.
And have sex with. Rasputin, because that's somebody I want to meet.
And have sex
Have
with.
sex with. And Stephen Hawking, because that's somebody I want to meet.
And have sex.
Have sex with.
Stephen Hawking's alive. This is possible now. You just got to
Get him
hunt
on
him
the
down.
show. Just get him on the show.
That's a good idea for an episode.
We get Stephen Hawking on? Maybe we
Yeah.
could get him to play Stephen Hawking.
Well, we just get the speak and spell thing, you know?
Stephen Hawking died.
He died?
Yeah, guys.
When?
Like, not too long.
I don't remember him dying. Are you Mandela affecting us?
I think he's alive, man.
No.
He died in 2018.
Where have you guys been?
I'm sorry I'm not up to date on my
I
Stephen
wasn't on-
Hawking.
Wow.
You're both like, he's alive. I'm like, wait.
Well, you know what? He's alive in here.
You like him better than Einstein?
Einstein's a bitch, quote Beaver. He's a
Einstein
pussy.
is a bitch.
Hawking's a fraud.
I know Beaver's always talking about how Michio Kaku could just beat the shit out of anybody. He doesn't even like him.
Michikaku was cool. I'd rather have Hawking than Einstein.
Than Einstein?
Yeah.
Don't you think Einstein would be a better conversationalist?
He's going to say Yahoo.
No, because I have some interest in what Stephen Hawking was researching. So
All right, since we have God powers here and we're bringing people back from the dead, can you like give him his legs and like?
No, Steve is not doing that. He could.
but I won't.
You dine as you lived. Kill me again, please. And what are you guys eating? And who are your three? I'm sorry.
So it's Alexander the Great,
Okay.
Rasputin, and Stephen Hawking.
This is a party.
Yeah.
All right.
We're eating apricot cake.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's the
Nothing
only
else.
thing. All right.
So do you stick with your original three?
No, that was the joke answer.
Do you have an actual
I
three?
wanted to make when I saw the food thing, I was like, I got to pick Jews and kosher. All right. Number one, I got to go Thomas Jefferson.
Okay. TJ.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
You can climb a tree.
Yeah, got to go with TJ. Number two, I'm gonna go Genghis Khan.
That's a good pick.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to, pick his brain a bit.
he'd pick yours though. That's the problem. Physically.
And we need, actually, instead of Genghis, I'm going Napoleon.
Napoleon.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's more civilized.
Your list is already very similar to mine.
Yeah. And
you need a general.
And
you need like a warrior.
you know what? We've had a sausage fest at our dinner parties.
You bring some
Yeah, we
ladies.
have.
I'm going to bring a lady.
Okay.
I mean, you got to go with one of the hottest women of all time, right?
Who's that?
I'm trying to think of a good one. I'm torn between
Marilyn
Cleopatra
And Helen of Troy.
and Helen of
Ooh.
Troy.
But you don't know what Helen of Troy looked like.
You don't know what Cleopatra
Yeah.
looked like.
Cleopatra, you have a better idea, I believe. Don't they have the bust of her
Sure.
face?
Yeah.
So
I
you
could
can-
go Marilyn Monroe.
You can go bad with Helen.
You could pick Iman.
Yeah.
I think she might be
He's
alive.
alive.
What was that? The spy in World War II.
Oh, the Matahari?
Matahari, yeah. The Matahari.
The Matahari. No, I'm gonna stick with my guns. My first instinct. I'm gonna go Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
All right,
Okay.
all right.
I think it's an interesting mix.
Yeah.
That's a good mix.
Yeah.
The three of you are going to be fighting to have sex with her, though, I assume, right? Like,
Well, Thomas Jefferson's gonna just be like, let's just rape this one. It always works on my plantation.
You know, I got a bone to pick with that whole thing.
I've heard it's kind of been debunked. I was
Little
just
bit.
making the joke.
They say that
It's
it was
his brother.
uncle.
His uncle?
Yeah.
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 I heard that the other day, and I meant to look into it, but it was too good to not do the joke.
Oh,
all
yeah.
right, that's a strong pick.
But that was a good question.
Yeah.
And then he said, P.S. I really enjoyed your episodes on the horror films. They really are my favorite.
oh, yeah.
Those were a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I
let's do
enjoyed
more.
that. Get ready for next October. We're getting spooky again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another Spooktober. And we're going to film a series where we try to get Ant to go trick-or-treating. No costume.
No costume.
And we just film it and see
just
how
him
much
as a
candy he can
grown
get.
man.
First I'm hearing about it.
Grown
It's the
man.
first I'm thinking about it.
Well, I don't know what that has to do with reviewing history, but
It's funny with no costume, but I think it'd be funnier if we dressed him in a kid's costume. Like he's dressed as like
A bum?
Buzz Lightyear, but like kid style, you know? Like,
Oh, like shitty store-bought Buzz Lightyear.
yeah.
I mean, I still have that Columbus costume.
Oh, that was a good costume.
Yeah, you do. That was a good one.
So can we? I guess we get on to
It's history time.
history.
Time for the
Did we
history.
say thank you to Ian?
Thank you, Ian.
Thanks, Ian.
This was
Thanks for
lovely.
writing in.
Thank you for bringing content to the show.
Ian.
Ian. Ian. Or whatever.
What?
All right, guys.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Mine are very, very light this week.
I got light one too. So do you have a heavy one? You have a heavy one, right?
I don't know.
We'll see.
right, great.
Wherever we end up, we end up.
It's about the experience and the travel, right? It's not the destination, but
Yeah. So mine is Napoleon's Rabbit War.
Rabbit.
Have you ever heard about this?
No.
no.
So
You just picked him.
I picked him, and I forgot that this was even my topic. Okay, so in July 1807, Napoleon signed the treaties of Tilsit.
Tilsit.
Do you know what that is?
Yes.
What does it do?
I believe it brought an end to the war of the first coalition, didn't it?
The French,
No, the second coalition.
the French Empire, and Imperial Russia.
Yeah.
It's a peace treaty, right?
Yes. The imperial kiss. They met on like a boat in the middle of a river. The
met out?
Tsar Napoleon.
Detroit Rock City?
They kissed each other on the lips.
Did they?
forcefully
Yes.
make out?
Yeah, it created the continental system.
Was it like a 15-minute makeout session? All the soldiers just looking.
I think it was a quick thing.
it was a quick peck.
I think it was a deep and passionate makeout session.
I don't think that was the case. It'd be weird and probably demoralizing to the rest of the people watching.
They stop.
Those are our leaders. And Napoleon has his eye open.
He's
and
going like this.
He's purposely looking across
Yeah.
the way as he does it.
He's going like this to make the band play. He wants something.
But the band starts playing Seal. Baby.
And he just forcefully.
All right. So he wants to celebrate this monumentous occasion, right?
Yeah.
So he goes to his chief of staff. I want to do a rabbit hunt.
Okay.
And
Rabbits.
this guy arranges this giant outdoor luncheon. All of the military's higher ups are there. It's a big thing. And he brings 3,000 rabbits.
Where'd they get the rabbits?
Trapped him.
They have them trapped, I guess, for breeding and
Breeding,
food. You know, who knows, whatever.
Rabbit's good. You ever have a rabbit?
No.
It's good.
I think I had it once.
Yeah.
So, a shitload of rabbits, right? And they bring them to this grassy field, and Napoleon's there with guns and all this, and he's getting ready to shoot them. They release the rabbits, the hunt. It's time to hunt, right?
yeah.
He's going to shoot some rabbit. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits.
Yes, Your Majesty.
They unleash the cage. Just 3,000 running out, making noise.
Nah, ain't I a stinker? How's your bugs?
Do
Do you do voices?
I do voices?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Yeah?
He's done them on the show.
I'm talking about like famous cartoon characters.
Oh, cartoon. Yeah.
Not really.
No?
No. It's kind of just whatever needs to happen. I give it
In
a
that
shot.
moment?
Yeah.
I practice in the car. And
Do you
stuff.
really?
Yeah.
You practice
Especially
bugs.
now that me and my wife are having a daughter.
And now you're doing Bugs? You're doing Bugs Bunny?
Well, I'm gonna read her story, so
wanna
I'm
be a-
trying to get voices
You want
down.
to be a voice actor? Is what you're
No,
saying?
I don't want to be a voice actor. I have no desire to do that. I just
Sure?
like to do voices like
Let me hear your Bugs again?
Yeah, do bugs.
my bugs. Nah. What's up, Dak? It's not great.
No.
It's not one of my better ones.
No, it's not
With
like
practice, you
it's
can,
not like your Joker
you can be
voice.
perfect.
I could do the voice.
I love when you do that, guy. Oh, you know who Brian does and is perfect? And I will often call him to get him to do it, is the great Penelope Cruz. Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, you want my Penelope Cruz?
Yes, I love
Okay.
your Penelope Cruz.
All right, hold on. Hold on, let me get
Getting into
it.
character.
Yeah.
All right.
My name is Penelope Cruz. I am annoying in Spanish.
The same every time.
I think I capture her essence.
I agree.
I've been doing that impersonation that way since 7th grade.
Yeah, for like a decade, for like 2 decades.
There's definitely.
And every so often it
essence.
pops in my head, and I call Brian up and I make him do it to me over the phone.
Give me Penelope. Hold on.
I need it.
Takes a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Get character.
Think.
What are you thinking about when you're getting its character there?
Blow.
Cocaine.
Not the movie. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. That's what I figured.
I am banana cool.
So he releases these rabbits, right?
He releases these rabbits, right? And the rabbits, they think they're going to run into the woods. Instead, 3,000 rabbits all lock onto Napoleon.
What?
And charge him.
3,000?
Yeah. And they're like, what? And,
Try to kill the emperor.
and at first, everyone is like, ha ha ha, this is funny, right? But they get to him and they start climbing his legs and shit, working their way up him.
This is fucking weird.
And he takes guns and he starts shooting at the rabbits. But they
that are on his body?
Yeah, that are like trying to climb up him.
Is this true?
This is 100% true.
You know what's funny? Like, when he invaded Russia, he was built up by, like, the soldiers as being, like, the Antichrist.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's, like, evil incarnate.
Wait, the soldiers were saying that?
Yes. Yeah.
To like scare Russians?
Yeah. And
Maybe that's sort of
maybe there's something to
Yeah.
this, and the rabbits are doing this.
They're doing the God's work.
This is fucking, like, the Omen.
Maybe
I will say this. If God wanted to kill Napoleon, he could have sent better animals
Yeah,
than
something
rabbits.
better than something more ferocious.
This is like Monty Python.
they don't have sharp teeth.
Didn't Pip's girlfriend kill all those baby bunnies?
There. No one could kill 300 baby bunnies.
All of the rabbits? 3,000?
They're all charging him, right? Now, the reason...
Maybe he had a carrot in his pocket.
Yeah, maybe
That was
maybe
just
he was
his dick.
holding like one that had pheromones or something.
All right, so I will tell you what happened. They should have got wild rabbits for the hunt. Instead, they got rabbits that were bred in cages and fed lettuce regularly. So Napoleon is standing there. He's the only person in front of the rabbits. They think
He's got food.
he's got food and he's going to feed us.
Oh, that's hysterical.
So they charge him. Napoleon fucking starts shooting and riding, and he runs away as the rabbits are after him. It's a complete shit show. He dives into his carriage.
Which is very embarrassing.
Yes, he dives into his carriage. They don't stop. They do like flank tactics around the carriage, and they start climbing and jumping into the carriage. The only reason it stops is because the horse runs away.
Wow.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Napoleon could not defeat 3,000 rabbits.
I've never heard about this before.
It seems like you should hear about. That should be the first thing you hear about.
What a great story.
Yeah, that's great. You have a second one too.
I have a second one because they're light. All right,
I was
my
like,
second
it's
one
funny, though.
is a local man named Joshua
Little
Hud-
Anakin Skywalker.
a local boy.
Little honey. This is pod racing.
Now that's pod racing.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Sebulba.
Who had the coolest pod?
Odie Mandel. But he had a stupid pit droid go into the engine and fucked up his whole race.
Who did you use in the game?
Odie Mandel.
Any relation to Howie?
Yes, they both are afraid of shaking people's hands.
Yes.
Germaphobe.
Odie Mandel won't shake hands.
So when you say local boy, do you mean Jersey, Staten Island, New York?
Jersey.
Jersey.
Monmouth County.
Okay.
So we're going back to the American Revolution. And at one point in this story, I will tell you how I found this guy. All right? So, Joshua Huddy, American Revolution, he joins the good guys, the Americans. Loyalist ant.
It's my new character.
Yeah.
The Crown.
Those filthy colonists.
Yes. Death to the rebels.
He watches The Patriot. He's like, yeah, burn that church.
That's right.
He's like, they're not putting enough torches. I don't know. It's not quick enough for me.
So, this guy is born in New Jersey, regular life. Eventually, he moves to Colts Neck, and this is how I know him. He marries a woman who owns the Colts Neck Inn, right?
Okay.
Now, Colts Neck Inn is still an operating restaurant to this day.
Is it a landmark?
It's a landmark. It's a steakhouse. It has a Wikipedia page. It's a big deal. Me and my wife actually went
Ooh,
there.
a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
That is important.
Yes.
Do we have a Wikipedia?
Reviewing
we get
history.
one?
We
No.
don't.
Could
We're
we get
not
one?
worthy of a Wikipedia.
No, not yet. Not this time. We actually, me and my wife went there last year on our wedding anniversary.
Was it good?
It was a really good steakhouse. Yeah, I recommend it.
What'd you have?
I got the filet mignon and a French
mignon.
onion soup.
Decided to splurge, did you?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to a steakhouse, I'm gonna get good
Filet
steak.
mignon, yeah.
No, I mean the filet mignon's like a cheap cut.
No, filet's not cheap cut.
Yeah, it is.
Sirloin's a cheaper cut.
Yeah, but in a steakhouse, you usually don't get
Well,
sirloin.
I don't like fat, so that's why I like the filet.
Yeah, but fat makes it taste better.
It's just I don't like the fat on my steak. What cut do you go with?
I like a New York strip.
Really?
Yeah, ribeye.
There's
Something
too
like
much
that.
fat on those for me.
All of those are good. Any steak's good.
Steak's good.
Yeah.
Look, I love steak. I just don't like chewing for the fat, which is funny because I do a podcast.
Hey.
That was the alternate name for this, chewing the fat.
the fat.
But we were not going to invite Steve because he wasn't heavy enough. He had
Yeah.
to gain 80 pounds.
Do you remember when we were trying to think of a name of the first show we did, and it ended up being the Howard Carter Hour, which is a nonsense name.
Yes.
But before that, we were going to call it Talking Shit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so happy we never called it Talking Shit. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's a bad name. Not
Both
that
are
the
not
real
good.
name was
Yeah.
any better.
Yeah, both are not good.
Oh, I decided.
There's people like, this is about Egypt. It wasn't.
Yeah, just big archaeology fans.
Made no sense.
Howard Carter Hour. I like it.
It's still funny.
It's a catchy name, but we had nothing to do with that topic at all. Not even once.
We were just a random
Yeah.
just
show.
talking.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this guy, joins the American Revolution and he becomes a privateer. And he gets a ship which is called the Black Snake.
That's cool.
Moan.
Yeah, he chained up Christina Ricci with Samuel Jackson and was
Shirtless.
like, look at her naked. Isn't it nice? Isn't that hot?
I had such a crush on her as a kid.
Did you like the movie
She's
Black
attractive.
Snake Moan?
I never saw that one.
You had a crush on her? You never watched that movie?
I never saw that one. Yeah.
She's naked throughout the whole movie.
Thing, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
quite a sight.
And Samuel L. Jackson does this look. It's like a famous meme. But yeah, so he's a
privateer.
on the Black Snake.
The Continental Congress gave him letters of marque.
Mark.
Mark Kellogg. Letters of marque. I thought it's letters of marque.
No.
Really?
There's an R.
Yeah, I thought the R was silent.
No, that's Mark.
Mark?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Well, let's look this up.
I mean, how are you going to look it up? It's just reading. It's reading a word.
You pronounce
Unless you get some. If you're going to make the robot pronounce it?
Yeah,
Make the robot pronounce it.
gonna.
Watch is going to say some nonsense. Marquet.
Mark.
Aha.
Okay. I'm wrong.
We really,
I'm cutting
last
that
few
whole
episodes,
bit.
We really enjoy spelling and reading.
Speak and spell.
Yeah.
So he's all around this part of the river, just being a pain in the ass for the British. Josh Huddy. Eventually, he is captured in Tom's River.
Whose river?
Tom's River. So a bunch of loyalists get him, and they bring him back to New York Harbor.
Oh, no. He's going to get hanged.
Yep. And British custody, they get him, and they fucking take him to Sandy Hook, and they kill.
Oh, no. He's going to get shot.
Yep. And they...
I like how it took him a couple of seconds.
That's good. And they
That's top 5 dark right there.
and then they hung Huddy, and that was it. Later, they took his remains and they buried him pretty close to the inn over there.
This isn't much of a story at all, is it?
Like
was
I
a
said, it's
privateer
very
and,
light. I think it's cool
he
that
died.
I think he's a pretty cool pirate. He's a local guy, and he's connected to the
R.I.P.
the inn.
That's pretty cool.
And a bunch of things throughout New Jersey are named for him.
Oh yeah.
Like there's Huddy Park and things like that. Like a bunch of streets.
That's
and
cool.
he has like a little monument
he was
in Colts
successful
Neck.
then.
Yeah, he was a local guy who did good for the revolution.
His sacrifice didn't go in vain. They named the park after
And
him.
like the British were supposed to do a prisoner exchange with him, and they fucked over the Americans, and they didn't do it, and they executed him.
bastards.
So that's it for me this week.
All right, cool.
I said it was light.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
I got
I
a
liked
light
it.
one too. I want to talk about something that happened in fairly recent, considering this show.
Okay.
In 1977,
Oh boy, we're talking like Johnny Carson era.
Jimmy Carter. I want to talk.
Do you denote eras by who's hosting the Tonight Show?
Yes. We're currently in the
Carson era.
Fallon era.
Fallon.
Yeah.
Do you know who the host was before Carson?
Jay Leno.
Before,
Before?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Was there someone? I thought
Yeah.
he was first.
No, there was. Jack Parr.
Oh.
One or two.
He was okay.
He was on par.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, in the Carson era, Jimmy Carter specifically was president at the time in 1977. He decides to go visit Poland. And as one does when you visit another country, you give a nice welcoming speech.
This is Soviet puppet state Poland.
This is Soviet puppet state Poland that only
Aren't
just
they
recently
just starting to break out
broke
of it a
out.
little?
Yes. So they, for a long time, they were behind the Iron Curtain. This is why Jimmy Carter's going there, because they are now a free people, and he worships it, and he wants to get them on their side.
And he wants to sell them peanuts.
He wants-
He heard there was some space. In 3 years, I'm coming back after Reagan kicks me out, and I'm going to build some homes.
Oh, boy.
So he does not speak the language. He needs a translator, and he hires a man called Stephen Seymour. Now, Stephen Seymour is a translator who can read and write in Polish. Problem, that doesn't translate directly to speaking it. He does not
So you
speak
can read it and
fluently.
write it, but he can't speak
He
can't
can't speak
speak
it
it.
fluently.
Okay.
So Jimmy Carter decides to give
How
this
to get
speech.
this job? They
He's
couldn't.
the- he
They
was
couldn't
there.
just pick up somebody from like East New York.
This is known as one of the more embarrassing gaffes.
Go to, like,
in
Pittsburgh?
United States history when it comes to this kind of shit.
Okay.
So here's it. I'm going to read the excerpt of Jimmy Carter's speech, just certain parts, and what Stephen Seymour
I think we should pull up the whole
translated.
hour speech.
You're
and
not
just
gonna
have-
find it.
And just have Steve read the entire thing.
I would do it, but you're not going to find it. It's. I actually have to go a deep dive to find these parts.
We go to the moon not because it's easy, but because it is hard.
Now, before I get into the excerpts, Seymour also was using Russian syntax,
Okay.
which does not go over well with people who were just behind the Iron Curtain and being destroyed and oppressed by Russians.
They don't like that.
He also was using Polish idioms that were over 100 years old.
Oh, that's fun.
So he is what they said.
So he's saying things like, now you're on the trolley.
Oh no, I'll tell you. It's worse than that. Some journalists in the area said he spoke like an uneducated peasant.
That's great.
And let's start with the speech.
Wait, real quick. Do you remember a couple of years ago? I think it was a president thing. Someone pretended to be the,
Yes,
the sign language interpreter.
Yes.
No, I don't know about this.
You remember?
Yes.
This-
She was pretending.
Yeah, this woman was pretending to be a sign language interpreter,
Right.
and she's on stage. I think it might have been Obama. Like it was during the Obama presidency. If it wasn't him, it was some other politician,
like, crazy
and she's doing
shit.
crazy signs and shit.
It's hysterical. Yeah, apparently we have a long-running history of fucking this up. So
Ich bin ein Berliner.
It
might
was
have-
Obama.
dude, it
Yeah,
might
yeah,
as well
yeah.
have been that.
It was right after. It was at a Nelson Mandela Memorial.
So I
That's
want
great.
you to remember, this is 77. You said right when they're getting their independence back. One of the most powerful nations. Their leader comes to visit and starts saying this. So here we go. We are delighted to be in your great country. When I left the United States this morning, I told the people of my nation that this journey reflects the diversity of a rapidly changing world. The translation: I want to be in you and am happy to grab your private parts.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, I'm never returning to the United States and have abandoned it forever.
That's awesome. This is great.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is like one of the funniest things the president has ever done.
Mind you, he starts like that, and they're all...
Frank's crying.
It's funny. Like, imagine you hear this speech from a world leader.
Some Pole.
Yeah.
This is the man that we're now in league with.
Gets worse. He says, the Polish Constitution of 1791 was one of the 3 greatest documents in the struggle of human rights.
Okay.
Poland is the ancestral home to more than 6 million Americans. The translation:
Wow.
your constitution should be ridiculed.
No. This isn't a mistake.
This guy's fucking
yeah,
around.
someone's fucking around.
Realities of life, which also constitutes the fatherland of 10 million Americans.
I think somebody was having a bit of fun with the
Then
president.
it gets worse.
It's like an Impractical Jokers
It's
bit.
fucking insane. It's fucking insane. And then he goes, I have come to learn your opinions and understand your desires for the future. The translation: I desire the Poles carnally and,
Yeah.
and understand.
There's no way.
And understand your lusts.
This isn't real. This never happened.
Pull it up.
This happened. I heard about it before, but not in detail like this. This 100% happened.
I had to find like the individual sentences.
This is a Naked Gun bit.
Dude, it was legit from like.
It's Enrico Palazzo.
Yes.
You're crying too, by the way.
I'm laughing my ass off. And then, so clearly the people are freaking out. They're yelling. They're like, what the fuck is happening? They're like, all right, get him out of here. He's clearly messing something up. They get another translator to speak at the banquet that night. The translator speaks Polish, but doesn't speak English.
Oh God.
So the
This
president
is a real comedy of errors.
The president is Carter's speaking at the banquet, and he's waiting for the translator, and the translator's just sitting there,
Just staring at him.
and he speaks again. He doesn't say anything. He's like, "Okay, something's wrong." So the Polish government had to find a translator for the president and bring him over.
Yeah, well, why didn't they do that to begin with?
Because the 2 people from the United States were dipshits.
There's nobody that could speak Polish and English. The fuck? Who hired these guys?
Look it up.
This is 100%
It's
real.
100% real.
Yeah.
So imagine you're like, wow, we finally made
Wait,
we're
what's-
getting independence. And he's like, I want to have sex with all of you.
What's really great about it is this. The Poles aren't like their stereotype is that they're the dumbest motherfuckers alive.
That is the old joke, the very old joke.
And we have our president there.
Being the dumbest motherfucker alive.
Yes. Literally saying nonsense.
They asked Steve how he think he did. And he's like, I thought I was doing a good job.
They really seem to like me.
I'm popular here. A lot of them guys in that district were really friendly.
he's like, I know all of your lusts.
That's very good.
Yeah, I had to search like newspaper articles and shit.
Was he like mocked for this at home?
Oh yeah. It was like mocked throughout
Like
the world.
Carson had a field
It was
day,
bad.
right?
Carson. The man of the era. The man of the moment.
It's fucking insane.
That was good. I enjoyed that a lot.
You're welcome. Yeah, like I said, it's short, but it was funny.
You remember the great schism of late night?
I love like late night talk.
David Letterman came into the picture.
I mean, you base entire
That's like Eastern
decades
Orthodoxy
off
and
of it.
Catholicism.
What? Yeah. I'm not a Letterman guy.
Oh, no?
I actually don't like him.
No?
No. I'm a Leno guy. I find Leno way funnier, which I know a lot of people like, what the fuck?
Did you enjoy the
I agree
short-lived
with you.
Conan O'Brien Imperial period?
I did like that, yeah.
Conan was the funniest.
Conan is actually the best
he's
late
funny.
night host.
I agree. Didn't I put the kibosh on this conversation last week?
Like a couple of weeks ago, I had it, and I was like it was like a backup bit if we were
Yeah,
going
yeah,
too
yeah.
fast, and
I think
didn't
we all
need it.
agree Conan was probably the funniest guy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Easily.
I saw him once
You saw Conan?
when he did his show in Harlem.
The Apollo?
Yeah, I went and watched.
Was it fun?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick the show actually goes. Like a taping of the show.
That's only an hour, right?
Yeah, but when you're taping, it's like boom, boom, boom. Like you are in and out so quick. You're like, holy shit. Because like when they do the commercials,
You don't. Yeah.
yeah, you know,
That was well said by me.
yeah,
Do they
I knew what you
do,
meant.
do they do multiple recordings in one day?
No,
It's
one
just always
show.
one
Yep.
I wish we could do that.
every day, or just like in general, like
one
day?
show at a time.
That would be nice. It would be nice to have a life again. We do it for them, though, right? It's not for us.
It's all for you, perceivers. It's all for you.
I guess
Reviewers.
it's my turn.
Oh, but I wanted it to be said. I've thrown in with the perceivers.
Son of a bitch.
We're happy to have you.
I've declared, yeah, they're perceivers now.
Fucking turncoat. You're the one who wanted reviewers in the first place. Forcing him to say it all the time.
Perceivers is too funny.
He gets a little buckling.
because of stupid LeVar Burton.
A little bit of pressure, he buckles. All right. If I'm outvoted. Clearly, I'm the minority here.
I decided to talk about Xenophon's oh my god, I forgot what it's called. The Anabasis.
Xenomorphs.
No,
He's like, I love Tobias. I hope one day
he turned
can-
into a hawk and he couldn't turn back
Yeah, one day I hope he will.
because the rule was I don't think you could be an animal for longer than 2 hours.
2 hours, and he went past it in the first book.
Yeah.
and he spends
What
the
a
whole
dumb bastard.
He spends the whole series as a hawk.
Yes.
What about Axel? You remember Axe? Axe. Sorry.
Yeah. He was an Andalite.
And like, wow,
Right. Yep. Remember the Hork Bajars?
they
They
were
were
the
like bird people.
yes,
Bird
yes.
horses.
What about
You don't know what we're
Yizzer?
talking about, do you?
Yizzer 6 or
No, I said
Yizzer 7?
Xenomorph.
Oh yeah, the Yerks.
The Yerks. That was it.
Which were just
Xenomorph.
like the
Slugs
They were
that
the
go-
SETI eels from Wrath of Khan.
Yeah, basically.
They lived in the Yerk pool.
This is good shit. If
if you were 9 years old in 1998, you're fucking on the edge of your seat right
yeah, I had a big crush on Rachel.
now. Oh yeah,
Yeah, aka the girl that they got on the cover.
right. The blonde.
Yeah.
She I remember in her book, which was book number 3, if I'm not mistaken, opened up with like she had a bad dream about South Park.
Really?
Yeah.
Now this I don't remember.
Yep. Wow. Kenny
That's,
dies. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh,
You bastards.
shocking.
But yeah, I want to talk about the Anabasis,
Okay.
Anabasis.
which is the March of the 10,000. This is a story that's very, very old. It goes back to the 400s BC.
Okay.
There were
That's
the Emperor
very
of
far.
Persia, Darius, has died.
Darius Rucker. He's also Hootie.
That's right.
With a little love and some tenderness.
Darius is
a
dead.
good-
Cause I wanna hold your
Do a
hand.
good
He's got 2 sons, Artaxerxes and Cyrus, and they both want to be king.
Those are good
Cyrus the
names.
virus?
Yeah,
Not Cyrus the virus.
from Con Air.
Yeah.
He's got the whole world in his hand.
Make me emperor. The bunny gets it.
Put the bunny down. I watched that Nick Cage movie the other day.
I liked it.
The unbearable weight of
Yeah.
men. Yeah.
Oh,
What'd you think?
It was all right. It reminded me of like a 90s movie, which is a good thing.
It's fine.
It's fun.
You know, it's a little overhyped, but it's a good movie. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I like his mind talking to himself, and he's just the character.
Young Nicolas Cage. Yeah.
And the leather jacket.
Asshole Nick, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Anyway, he has 2 kids.
His 2 sons. Artaxerxes seizes the throne. Cyrus is not happy about this. So he secretly raises an army, and he's throwing a ton of money around. And he hires...
Can you dig it?
Okay, so it's funny you say that because The Warriors is based on this.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
He hires an army, and
youth crews?
something like 14,000...
He had baseball furies and shit.
Something like 14,000 Greek mercenaries join up, along with his Persian soldiers. And he tells all these soldiers that they're going to fight like this rebel out in the hills. He doesn't tell them that they're actually taking on the entire empire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he leads them deep, deep, deep into Persia, like almost to India, way out there, way out east. And they have this giant battle, Artaxerxes versus
They don't even know who they're
Cyrus.
fighting.
Well, by this time they figured it
Okay.
out. Because he kept increasing the money, and they were like, "Oh, this is a lot bigger than we thought
Okay.
it was." So they have this battle, and the Greeks perform exceptionally well, and lose almost nobody.
Wow.
They're outnumbered. The Artaxerxes' army is like 40,000 compared to Cyrus's army, which is like 15,000.
Oh, wow.
They actually like kick the shit out of the larger army. But Cyrus, the guy who they're fighting for, gets killed in the battle, gets a javelin through him.
Well, now it's all pointless.
Right.
Yeah.
So the battle's like considered a draw because of this. So Artaxerxes he invites all of the generals of his opposing army to
Oh,
a
this
tent.
isn't going to go well.
And he's like, let's make a truce. And when they go in the tent, he murders all of them.
Of course.
Yeah.
So now you got 10,000 Greeks. They're trapped in Persia.
No, they have no leaders.
Yeah.
Their leader has just been murdered. So this guy Xenophon steps up and takes command. He's been elected as their new general. Xenophon will become a prolific writer after all of this and write it down. And this is how we know about it.
Okay.
He
And then they said, hey, Xenophon, you are so cool. You should totally lead us.
totally not fact. So he's Swan. Cleon's
Swan.
dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now they got to bop their way back to Greece.
They got to get back home.
Yeah. One of the guys that was with them in the battle is this guy Mithridates.
We're gonna rain on you, Greeks.
Mithridates betrays them and becomes the leader of the army that's now chasing them.
Oh, shit.
So now they march through Persian territory, looting towns, burning shit.
Oh, so just doing gang shit.
Well, they have to because they have no supply lines.
Oh, okay.
If they're going to live, they have to live off the land. So
Until they could get home.
yeah, and they are doing a fighting retreat for over 1,000 miles.
Holy
And
shit.
it takes them 4 years to get home, and some of the stuff they go through, I'll go through right now.
Yes. Sirens?
Sirens.
Like that.
Oh, like Odysseus?
No, I was thinking of the Lizzies.
We're the Lizzies. Yeah, it's a real neat outfit.
Hey, lady. they get busted for prostitution on a bench.
So at one point, Mithridates traps them at like a mountain pass, and he blocks the way. And keep in mind, he's behind them like the whole time, and like
He's on their ass.
And they have to station like.
Is he
rock
Luther?
slinger. Yeah, he's like Luther.
Xenophon, come out to play.
Glass bottles.
They got they have to use like slingers on their flanks to like raid off
Okay.
these horsemen that would come by and just like stare at them. He traps them in a mountain pass. So the Greeks realize that they can't break through him. It's like Thermopylae.
Okay.
Right? This is like generations after that, so they know.
They know the deal.
Yeah. They decide to race the Persians up a mountain to get the high ground above them and come back down.
Don't even try it.
Yep. So they're kind of racing the two armies, and the Greeks make it to the top first, and then they charge down at them and force the Persians to run. When they break through, now they're in the Tigris River Valley, which is like this crazy fertile region where they're
like
going to
jungle, right?
they're going to be able to just wreak havoc on the population. So the Persians end up burning their own lands rather than hand them over to the Greeks.
Oh,
they're so demoralized. They're like, let's just fucking.
they're doing like slash and burn shit.
Yeah, and they end
like
up,
Stalin.
killing their own people and burning down their own farmland and shit.
Okay. They go full Stalin.
Yep.
Yep.
They go through Armenia. They end up in like snow fields for like a year. The Armenian locals drop boulders on them from the tops of mountains.
They're just living in hell.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's insane. After like 3 years on the road of just constant fighting,
They run into people in fucking
They-
overalls and skates with knives.
they make it to the top
What's
of this
that?
mountain.
What's that gang? Which one is that? The Punks?
I think that's the Jones Street Boys.
Jones Street Boys. Is there a gang, the AC Punks?
The Turnbull AC.
Turnbull ACs.
There's the punks too, I think.
yeah.
Warriors rules.
Hi hats.
Yeah, they do.
They get on top of this mountain and they see the sea for the first time. The blacks
Okay.
and they're like, "Oh, we fucking made it!" And they get to this.
This is like when they get back to Coney.
Yeah, yeah,
Fought all this way for this.
yeah. It's that. They go. They get to this town which is allied with the Greek city-state, so they know they'll be safe there. So they stay there for like a year, and they force the local. Now, keep in mind they're an army, so they have to eat, and
Yeah.
like they're
Feed us.
They're dangerous men. They kind of force the locals to build roads for them out of the mountains and back to Greece. So, yeah.
They enslaved this town.
Yeah.
They pretty much take over this town and tell them what to do. And it's like, the sooner you get this done, the sooner we'll leave. So they do.
What about a quartering act?
And yeah, they make it back to Greece and they're heroes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just for making it back.
Mm-hmm. Why they never did a proper movie of this, I'll never know.
This is cool. This would be a good
It's got a
movie.
villain.
It would have to
Yeah.
be an epic.
What happens to the guy
40.
chasing him? He gets away, I
They
guess.
beat him. Yeah, I don't think he got killed, but he eventually
Well,
gave
Swan throws the knife
up.
at
They
him.
got he gets hit in the hand.
Yeah.
No, just like
He got beaten by black guys with hockey sticks.
No reason. Just like doing things like that. Do you remember we
Oh, shit,
played?
yeah, it's Cyrus in the movie too.
Yeah.
Huh.
Do you remember we played the Warriors beat 'em up game?
I love that game.
In
Yeah.
PS2.
we got to the end.
Yeah.
It's like the most unfair thing ever.
Well, we were playing like the mini game.
The mini game within the game.
Yeah.
But it's a beat 'em up game within the game that's like a side scroller.
Yeah.
And you do the whole thing.
It's like Turtles in Time.
Yeah, you do the whole thing. You get to the end, and suddenly there's a new gameplay mechanic that hasn't been there. And you're expected to do like this knife throw where you hit Luther as he's shooting at you. It's like fucking impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really hard.
And if you die, you gotta go all the
All
way
to
back.
the beginning.
Didn't he like have to do like graffiti missions in that?
That was the main game.
That was the main.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we
the
did.
young kid, right? What was his name? The third-
Rembrandt.
Rembrandt. What the fuck?
We love the Warriors. You don't love the
He's the
Warriors?
worst of the Warriors.
Oh,
Rembrandt?
yeah, totally. He sucks. I like the Fox.
Fox?
Yeah, he gets thrown in front of a tree.
Yeah. Cochise is cool.
Yeah, he is.
Ajax is my boy, though.
How do you not love
Ajax.
Ajax?
I mean,
I like Vermin.
Vermin.
Fat guy with no shirt on.
Hairy
We're gonna
chest.
get japped.
Has a hairy chest.
boy, I wish we were strapped.
I wish that was true so we could do it on the show, even though we
Yeah.
can't hard right now.
Yeah, this is our
This is
version
our
of it.
Warriors review.
What do you rate the Warriors?
10 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Warriors or Roadhouse?
Warriors.
Come on, man. It's not even close. Warriors.
Warriors.
Oh, wow.
Warriors is actually good. Roadhouse is like so bad it's good.
Okay.
Warriors, a little trivia for you. Is a New York movie.
Yeah.
But made by a California director.
There's nothing New York about it. It's a fantasy movie. You know?
Well, the thing is, it was said that somebody from California could never make a gritty New York movie at the time, and that's what they did. And they
yeah,
did
but his
they did a
idea,
good job of it.
his idea of a gritty New York movie is men in clown paint.
And like
Yeah.
mimes.
yeah, and like Mad Max kind of, like, you know. Like,
Hello, my droogies. That's it.
very little return.
Yeah,
from
I guess
me.
we're done.
Yeah. Oh, picks.
Picks.
We have to do our picks.
Pick time.
Yeah, let me get my pick out.
Pickaroo.
Let me get my pick out. I want to do my pick.
All right.
Want me to say
Do
mine?
my pick.
Steve
I think
can
I want to go
first.
first because I believe it's going to come out around the same time, right?
Well, I could
We
tell
spoke
you the
about
exact
this?
day your pick is going to come out.
Yeah.
This is wonderful acting.
Your pick is going to come out May 3rd.
May 3rd. I want to do Cinco de Mayo, La Batalla, which is the battle.
I got to admit, I got a little wet when I heard you say it. Could you say that tight?
Cinco de Mayo, La Batalla.
It's like Antonio Banderas
Battaglia.
is right here in the room with us.
La Batalla. Is it Batalla or Batalla?
It's Battaglia.
Batala.
There's 2 L's though. Batalla.
Yeah. That makes the yeah sound.
Yeah, Batalla.
Yeah.
Batalla. But yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
All right. And
I will be doing Death Hunt.
Death Hunt.
Yes.
That
What a
sounds
name.
like
It doesn't
90s
sound
screen
real.
Name. Yeah.
So when I was a teenager, I walked into my living room one day and my dad was watching Death Hunt. And I've never seen Death Hunt, but I've been making fun of the name ever since that day.
It's an angsty teenager screen name.
No, it's a
Death
badass like 80s action movie name. But that's not what it is.
Is it real?
It is very real. It's about the
Real.
the mad trapper of the Rat River.
Wait, is it accessible? Can we watch this?
It's Death Hunt, bro. It's out there. It's Charles Bronson and Lee Marvin. This is going to be
Brian?
fucking awesome. Brian, tell me you're not excited to watch Death Hunt.
No, if we can. If it's nowhere to be found, how are we supposed to watch it? Like we have to find a VHS line somewhere.
I think my dad has the DVD. I'm going to go ask.
All right.
It's not streaming on Amazon.
All right, if we can't find Death Hunt, we'll watch something else. But as of right now, we're watching fucking Death Hunt. It's going to be awesome.
Well, you should give a backup.
Yeah, give it backup.
I don't have a backup. It's Death Hunt all or nothing.
I got a backup for you.
All right.
All right.
Social Network.
All right, fine.
Do an easy backup, right?
Fucking dumbass.
Dude, you picked,
millennial movie.
Death Hunt.
you picked a movie that we might not be able to
I'm
find.
going to see if I can find it for us. Maybe we'll watch it together. What do you think of that?
I'm
I
down.
could do that.
All right.
All right. I'm going to pick 8 Men Out.
Aha.
8 men out. How many went in?
1 man in, 8 men out.
Okay. Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Say it ain't so.
I will not go. Turn the
Oh,
lights
God.
on. Carry me home.
No,
Why?
no, 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 no. All right, you guys want to say bye?
Bye.
Hi, thank you for watching, listening. Like and subscribe. Anthony, what button should they smash?
The bell one. I'm going to hit that bell.
The Doug Bell.
Smash the like button.
Smash the like,
hit-
subscribe, all that. All that.
All of it.
Ring my bell. Ring my bell.
Want to give a big thank. What?
Nothing.
Why are you laughing? Want to give a big thank you all to everybody listening and or watching. We really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a rating and review on Apple iTunes. Want to give a big thank you to Tom, Steve, Dave, Lannis, Record down in their studio. Follow the podcast on all social media. Review History Pod on Twitter. Reviewing History Pod everywhere else. Follow me personally on all social media, Brian Rupert. Follow me on Letterboxd. I rank or review every single movie I watch. Thank you all so much for joining us. We will see you next time. Bye.
I am the P-Man!